Okay, we're back for how to install the blinds on the back window on this is a 63 Impala. This is number 2, take 2. So anyways, this is what I figured out. So here's the channel that goes here for the blinds. So you have, like I said, the clips that I showed you earlier. There's one right there. So you got to get a screwdriver, get into the back of your gasket in here. Be careful you don't crack your window. You got to slide this as much as possible up into and be flush with a gasket. What I did is I grind the tip of these, they're aluminum. I grind them to make them sharp like a screwdriver, and that way they go in a little bit quicker. That's what I figured out on those. Then it goes down here. Here's your track that goes here. So if you look at here, it has pretty much a little edge here, and like I said, they're aluminum. So what I did is I just folded it like this. You fold that guy back like that. You get it into the back over here of your, it says to go flush into the gasket, but I wasn't able to get it in there, so I think this is what they were kind of talking about. So went ahead and just got it in there, flush in there on the back of that like that. It's like my little tear, but a little tight up in there, so you just make sure you get it flush with where you're gonna want the track at, and then get that bad boy up in there somehow. Anyway, so you get that guy. See if I can get him in. The other one went pretty easy. This one's a little bit more, give me more little trouble. But let's see what I can figure out here, why it's doing that. Yeah, you gotta watch these tracks because they're aluminum and they'll fold pretty quick. So trying to see what I can do here to get this guy going in there. Anyways, you're gonna put it flush back there. It has a hole screw there and hole screw there. You can screw it into your interior here if you want. Like I said earlier, I have these speakers here in the back, so I wasn't able to go 13 inches from here to here. Mine actually came up to 14. So if you have speakers back here, that's what you're gonna end up having to do. So once you get that track in there and your clip, you're good. So in the end, it'll look like this. Okay, now what I was trying to figure out was how to get these guys correct in there. So I'll go ahead and give you an example here. We'll go ahead and get these guys here, and then there's a this track here that comes with it as well. Okay, now this is what I figured out here. So this guy here is gonna go and slide into this here. If you can see it, it's right there in the end. It's there's a screw that you have to screw it in there. You're gonna put this side of the track going in towards the other way, so that way you can put these little screw bolts. I'll show you here in a minute. Anyway, so your goal is, once you get them in, the track's going to be going towards that way, towards your end of your window over here. So that little guy is going to end up going into one of these slots here like that, and I'll show you here in a minute how I got these all installed here. Let me go ahead and I know the video is not going to be that great, but do what we got, right? So let me get a couple here, these that I need here, and we'll just go ahead and do it out here. Get out of here. All right, and so that's kind of how it looks on the outside, where it goes in. And if you see right here, that little clip, it went into the slot, and then you can see the screw right there where I screwed it in to hold that plate that will hold that together. And then you can see there's two other little screws here. That's where you can slide it in and up. It depends on the size of your window or whatever and how you're gonna want it. That clip, there it goes like that. So if you could see, my clip still needs to go a little bit more in. If you can get it all the way flush to go into all the way flush on that end there. Like I said, these are aluminum, they bend right away. So I mean, you can bend it back and stuff. It shouldn't be a big deal. Try to get it all the way in there so it can flush in with this screw here. You're gonna have to put a screw in there like mine right now. I gotta get this in a little bit more so it actually fits into that little screw. Just needs a little bit more and it'll slide in there. And then here's the flappers. Those are gonna be pretty much your blinds. So it's assuming what it's showing on this guy here, on this shitty ass installer manual here, it's showing you're putting you're sliding them in, and then the lip just goes into that little clip there, and so it's like a wave. That's what I was reading on this guy here. So anyways, so pretty much is gonna give you a little dry install here. So these two here, you're gonna have them sliding. Remember, you have the one for the bolt up here, so that's gonna be the top side, and it's gonna be flipped like this. So if you see, this is coming towards this way, the outside. Now that's the driver's side. We're gonna put the passenger side. So these guys right here should be facing that way. Okay. So anyways, see what we can do here. I'm gonna try to see if I can set my phone back here so we can show you exactly what we're doing here. Right there. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, anyways, hopefully you can see that there. I'm gonna get it closer here. So anyways, these guys right here, so they slide, like I said, up and down. I kind of went up to pretty much to like right here. That's kind of the size, you know, the window with the clip that you got going down here, right? So it's gonna be looking like that. Anyways, kind of what you want it to look like. So once you get it to where you want on your size, you gotta make sure that these flappers are gonna be even with each other. You can see right here, if you have it like that, it ain't gonna work. You have to be right there. And so once you even out with a hole, you go ahead and get it comes with a little bag of these little screws and nuts, and then the other screw for the clip there. So you just slide it in there like that. Get your little thing here, go ahead and just put it on this side, and then tighten it up. Probably get a screwdriver, tighten that guy up, and then you can put the second one in there too. You have another one, slide it in there, go ahead and flip it over. And like I said, it's gonna vary on what size of the window and how it's gonna fit correct. So you'll be able to slide it up and down and figure out where you want it. Once you tighten that, you should be good to go. So now this clip here is the one I was telling you that goes up and down here. That's gonna be going. You want this to be going on the outside, so you can put a screw here so it can tighten this as well. So you're gonna line this guy up to the little hole that's right there. So it's gonna be facing this way, so I try to make the screw go in that way so it looks a little bit nicer. Let's go ahead and go like that. You can kind of start it in there, and then let me go grab a screwdriver there. Alrighty, so screwdriver's got a little one like that. Just go ahead and start on it. You know, you're not gonna really do too much damage on there. Just make sure that the hole's even with it, and then just start getting it in there. Hope the video is coming out, because I didn't really look into see how high or what, but anyways, this is how you screw it in there tight. Like I said, all this is really light, so it bends right away, so watch out. So there you go, boom, it's in there, comes in here. This is your thing. This is the one I was telling you inside that goes into the channel that's going across your flat board where your speakers are. This guy's gonna clip this right here. You see it right here, is gonna clip in. So what I did is I just went and get some pliers, and like I said, they're really delicate. I just bend it a little bit, so that way it fell in the slot correctly like that. So that's how it's gonna be on that side, on the driver's side. And then the clip that I was showing you up there that goes on the gasket, that's where you're gonna put the clip in, and it has a little hole here so you can slide it in, put your bolt right there. So that's gonna stay like that. Once you do that, I'm going to show you here. Grab this here real quick. Hopefully it's been coming out. But so there you go. Just it slides in and out. You put your two little screws, and then there's another channel here. You can put another one or two there, and then there's your longer screw. It's gonna be the long one. Pop it in there. There's your little channel in there. So, and then there's the little edge of it that's gonna clip into. I'll show you real quick. Gonna go into that right there. See, that's the channel there. If you see, it has all those grooves coming down the size of the pins. And like I said, I got to put that in there, right? But that's where that little clip, this one here, on the edge right there, is going to go into one of those little slots, bam. So then you'll end up looking like that right there. You see where the clip is? It's in that little slot. And it just goes all the way up here. There's your clip up there. You put it in like that. Same thing, you got your clip here. You got to put it all the way in flush. If you can get it, like I said earlier, if you can get it to go all the way up to here where the saddle is into your gasket, then you should be able to be exactly where this guy's gonna end up going with a little screw. So just like that, bam, in the inside. All right, well, that's number 2 video, how to install these blinders. Once I get all these clips all correctly all the way in flush and mount it, I'll show you how the blinds go on the 3rd video. And like I said, you do have two holes there, so if you want to screw it into your interior, that would be up to you. I mean, I would only do it if it was like crazy windy, you know, you think you're where you're at, it's gonna be all jacked up and it might knock these things off. But I mean, I'm not gonna screw it into my board. I'm just gonna put this guy clip in there, nice and snug in there, and then have this nice and snug there, and I think I should be all right on the blinders. But that's kind of where we at on number 2 video for the blinders. Like I said, there is no pretty much videos for this stuff, so I'm going ahead and put some videos on there. And like I said earlier, man, if you're doing something like this and you have an Impala, and you know, don't fucking keep it to yourself, you know, go ahead and put it on YouTube. Even now that they're doing Facebook, put it on Facebook. That way all the other you know, lowrider clubs, you know, we're all together, we're all in one, you know, that way we can learn how to do this shit. You know, we go to these videos and then they give us this shitty ass you know, menu here, like it's an installation guide, and it's like, the fuck you do this, right? So anyways, that's how we're doing the clips here, and I'll come back and show you how the blinds go. All right.